Ready to chat to the Western Australians over here.
Let's go.
First and foremost, obviously quite a bit, or 7 changes to the State of Origin team. It's a must win for you guys out here in Perth. But have you changed much about the preparation coming into the game at all?
Oh, not really. The time's different, so both teams only get 7 days, so that's different to the first game. But, I've got to pick a team that I think is going to win, and make no apologies for that. And it's been a great week's training, so I feel like we've made some good decisions.
Teddy, last time you were over here in Perth, it was a nice win for the boys in blue. Are you looking for the same kind of experience, or have you prepared differently coming over?
Yeah, it's been a similar preparation. We come over early on Monday and stayed out at Scarborough near the beach and had a really good week of training, then moved into the city last night. So yeah, pretty similar to last time. We had some good success in that game, and hopefully we have the same on Sunday.
Billy, a little bit of a different preparation coming into Perth. Last time you came here for a few days longer, you've changed that up as well too coming in. Was that a big reason behind it?
I wasn't a part of the last preparation coming over here for the Maroons, so I just think that this gives us the best chance to play our best footy, to start our camp in Queensland. Came over here on Thursday night. It's been great weather since we've got here, so I think it's going to be a pretty entertaining game.
Cherry, for you, I guess last time it went the Blues' way, but for you wanting to make a big change so you can clinch that win going into Brisbane?
Yeah, definitely. We were fortunate enough to come over here with a 1-0 lead last time, but it obviously shows that it doesn't mean much. So preparation has been a bit different to last time we moved over, and there's a lot of different personnel on the team, so we're hoping for a different result, that's for sure.
All right, well, you're all looking very relaxed, so I am going to open it up to the media. Again, we've got the microphones at the front, and who would like to start? Katie Brown.
James, does it feel a bit weird being at a joint presser, sitting so close to each other?
I'm usually sitting next to him anyway, so that's pretty familiar.
I mean, I want to ask you both about the game, but I feel like you're not going to give too much away. Freddie, do you want to reveal all in front of the Queensland coach and captain?
I think really it's sort of obvious. I think we've got improvement without a doubt, and I think watching the video, Queensland have as well. I feel like we're coming into a period in Origin where both teams are just stacked with players playing in good footy teams and really in form. So this is going to be, I think, not just this year, but in the coming years, is going to be a great period in the State of Origin of just close fought battles. And what a great place to do it tomorrow on this ground. It's a fantastic ground. We had a great experience here last time, not only playing in the game, but also just being here. So, but I just can feel a really good period for State of Origin in general.
Freddie, even politicians got allowed to cheer than the New South Wales did here. That's not a good sign, is it?
We're used to that. So, yeah, unless you're in New South Wales, not many people cheer for New South Wales. It's just, I think it says it on our number plates, a Premier State. So.
Just with Freddie, just with the hooker rotation, the fact you've got 2 hookers, which New South Wales haven't done in the past. It's normally one guy plays the 80 minutes. Is that a change that we're going to see throughout the game from now on? Do you think like the days of a hooker playing 80 minutes are gone?
Well, that be played last year. So it's something we've done in the past, last year, the year before, last year. So it's something we've done in the past and was done very regularly during the 2000s with Craig Wing and Kirk Gidley. So just in game 1, we decided to go another way.
Billy, we know the team came out here, it was a very similar situation in 2019. You win game 1 and the Blues backs against the wall, smash the Maroons. Like, there's no denying kind of what happened there. But how do you ensure that kind of doesn't repeat on Sunday? Like, we know the Blues are going to respond, but how do you ensure that does not happen again tomorrow?
Yeah, there's a few players in our team that were involved in that 2019 game, so I think it's fresh in their memories. There's a lot of players that weren't involved in it, so I think when you get the result in game 1, it's a different approach to game 2 than the team that lost. So like, you just got to make sure that you're focusing on your improvement, you're focusing on your game, and I don't see any complacency in this team. There's still a lot of hunger. It's quite a young squad, and they've really enjoyed what they did well in game one, but I think a lot of the focus has been on getting better.
Billy, the Blues did a lot of complaining about the officiating after game one. Did you end up speaking to Jared Maxwell at all about what you're expecting in this game, and you expecting anything to be different?
No, look, Ashley's got his job, he's the referee. The players have got their job, and I've got my job. So if I worry about anyone else's job, well, I won't be doing mine. So that's my approach to it, and we just go out there and play.
Billy, don't suppose you'll confirm. Are you 1 to 17 tomorrow? As you were named, or have you made some changes in the side of the side?
No, we're 1 to 17.
With Cotter out, like, have you had to rethink your strategy around the way you use your bench, just the way he played that 80-minute performance in game one? Yeah,
definitely. He brought a lot to our team. He's been in great form, and he was a big part of what happened in Sydney in game one, Ruben. And unfortunately, he picked up that hamstring injury and wasn't available for this game. But we get an opportunity with Jai Arrow. He comes into the 17, and Lindsay Collins starts the game for us, which he was super in that first game. So I think he really earned that starting position. But to your question, you've got to rethink the way that you use your bench when you have a guy that played 80 minutes for you, and he's not going to be there.
Freddie, can you talk us through the decision to start Junior Paulo on the bench? I know you did that game too, but he's one of the most damaging guys setting the tempo early, and you've opted to put Jake Trbojevic to start in the front row. Can you maybe explain that, your thinking there?
Well, over the time, Junior in our team has done both. He's come off the bench more so than not.
Freddie, just going back to you've been in this situation before, coming over 1-0 down in Perth and turned it around. What did you actually learn and bring out of that experience, and what do you use here out of that?
You reacted. So, I think we went away and noticed we could do some things better. We sort of trained accordingly, and basically that's it. It gives you no guarantees. You've got to go and make it happen, and obviously Billy's gone away and seen things where they can clean areas up. So at the end of the day, it's, like I said at the start, they're two really competitive footy teams. Got some really good players in good form. So, we need to make it happen. It ain't just because you lost the first one doesn't mean anything.
Freddie, I saw you smirk when Billy was asked about the officiating. Have you sought clarity from the NRL at all, and how Ashley Klein goes about it tomorrow afternoon?
No, just our due diligence, like everyone does. You just ask for explanations. So outside that, no, I haven't spoken to Jared Maxwell.
Billy, you got Nathan Cleary. You did a great job on Nathan Cleary in game one. You expecting to get him again game two, and did you actually cross the line with the late hits with him?
What do you mean by get him?
Just putting kick pressure on him. I know you got to him at least a dozen times.
Yeah.
There were a few that were touch and go that weren't pulled up.
Yeah, well, that's part of the game, and we've got to play within the rules. But that's part of every game. Every game that I watch, and I watch every game pretty much, so you see that. Our kicker gets pressured too. That's a part of the game.
I know you mentioned before you sit next to Freddie each week. What do you actually respect about him? What do you admire about him as a coach? Freddie, I won't ask you to return the phone.
I will be serious here. I've got a whole heap of respect for Freddie, and for what he's been able to do with this team over the last 4 years is you've got to sit back and admire, and I've certainly done that over the last 4 years. But I think New South Wales have gone through a really good period, and they lost one game. Isaiah Yeo come within half a metre of drawing that game at the end there. So these go down to the wire, these games. I've been a part of many, I understand it, and it's not over.
Freddie, do you want to tell us what you respect about Billy?
Well, I think the one thing you notice with Billy's prepared always. But he was a player, commentator, and now a coach. So he'd be a fool not to respect and do something similar.
This one's just for the players. Teddy, Brandy earlier in the week said that you guys were too nice in game one, particularly around the ruck. Once you answer that, Dally, do you agree? Were the Blues too nice to you guys in game one?
Do you want him to answer first?
Yeah, first. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I think we learned a lot of lessons out of game one. And we've looked at that during the week and trained it during the week and done it. It's felt really good. So, yeah, maybe a bit too nice, but yeah, I feel like Origin footy, you're going to get a lot of aggression and passion, and probably have to up that for this game. And yeah, I feel like we've done that during the week.
Yeah, I was sore for 4 days after, and most of my teammates were pretty sore after, so I don't know if they were too nice. It's pretty physical.
Bill, with Cotter out, does your mindset change when you bring Harry Grant into the game?
No, I don't think so.
So it'll be early in. I think he came in on after 25 minutes. Will you bring him in?
I'd expect him on the field in the first half, yeah.
Daly, earlier in the week, Cameron Munster said that, you know, he's fully aware the Blues are going to come after him, but they'd be pretty stupid to just come straight for him, because if they do, you've got Kalen, yourself, Harry, Ben, all ready to unleash. Would you agree with that sentiment that, like, we know Cameron is somewhat Queensland's barometer in a way if he's on the teams really on, but do you feel like there is a game there for someone else to really take by the grips of their hands, like a Kalen Ponga, if Cameron isn't on with the Blues going after him tomorrow, no doubt?
Yeah, look, we can't prepare and assume as if something's going to happen. I think we're all preparing as if we want to play our role for the team, and not really sure about or too concerned about which one of us gets all the accolades. We're really just concerned about, playing our best style of footy, which will, we believe will result in a win. So, Cam's a big part of the team. He always has been and he always will be, but Cam just does his role really well for us, and that's what we love about him. He's excited about his role in the team, and if he gets man of the match off the back of that, then so be it. That's the sort of person he is. So I think that's why we all admire him, because he's not chasing those accolades. They just come with the way he does his role in our side. So, and we're all striving to play our best footy tomorrow night, and I might be repeating myself here, but Cam Munster will be a big part of that.
I just have to ask on Perth, do you feel like the city's really embraced